We are going to parallel 5 this entire live series team, and we're not going to stop until it is done. So this video is a lot different than my other videos. Obviously, I wanted to experiment and see how long it would take to get the entire team P5. It's very common that a person might want to get an individual player P5 1 out of 1 before anybody else gets there. So what I did was put a stopwatch on the left side of the screen. You'll see it being sped up because of the segment videos being sped up as well. So some of the game modes I played were versus CPU on Rookie, some mini seasons, and some events which got us more PXP. But most of this was played on Rookie versus the CPU at Costco because it was the easiest way to do this quickly. And most of those 9-inning games only got us about 110 to 350 PXP per position player. So obviously, as most of you guys already know, it takes a lot longer to get PXP when you're playing on the computer or against the CPU. And as you saw from that image, most of our players were not paralleled, or they were P1 or P2 at hour 1 and 15 minutes. Zach Wheeler, I used in ranked games, so we're going to ignore him. He was already P5 to begin with. But if you guys wanted to do this on your own, I would recommend doing it for an individual player. You could go against the CPU on Rookie, and you can meet the requirements, which is going through the lineup through at least 8 batters before you back out of the game, and that's how you'll get your PXP to count. Now, doing it for an entire lineup, a lot of these games got really, really boring to play, and it was super mundane. So I only got those players about 8 to 10 XP before I got bored and just wanted to finish the game and get my PXP counted for. So if you wanted to give more effort towards this, you could probably play longer games, get each position player anywhere from like 400 to 600 PXP, and this would probably go a little bit faster. Now, one thing to note with the stopwatch, I did leave the stopwatch running most of the time I was sitting down playing the game. So if I got up to go to the bathroom, or if I got up to get food or to take a break, I usually left the stopwatch running. So the time on the left is more of a realistic view of how long this would take to get it done for an entire team versus the time it would take strictly from gameplay. You could probably shave off about 5 or 6 hours at the end of this video on the stopwatch if you wanted to go based off of strictly gameplay of how long it would take to get the entire team to parallel level 5. All right, so I think this is more realistic. I only turned off the stopwatch when I turned off the game, which was to sleep, go to work, and the entire duration of all this took about over 2 weeks because I didn't want to sit down and just do it straight run without doing anything else. I think that would be a little bit too boring for me. As most of you also already know, it takes a little bit longer to get to each parallel level once you reach another level. So there's larger gaps from P1 to P2, P2 to P3, 3 to 4, and then 4 to 5 is another 4,000 extra PXP per player to get to P5. So you'll notice along this video, if you ever stop to watch, a lot of the players will get to P2 and P3 pretty quickly. And then the hours it takes to get to P4 and to P5 take a lot longer. So you can't really multiply it all just based on the first couple of hours. And again, the stopwatch and the gameplay hours are completely different. So it's more of just a sitting down playing thing versus the actual gameplay it takes to get this done. And again, as many of you know, I do make these cards in real life. So at the end of this video, I will show you that I printed all these cards out and turn them into real P5 cards that I have in my book. And that is the exciting part I can put in my book for this video effort and just seeing how long it would take to get this done. I did want to find something to talk about for the rest of the video, but instead of boring you with my voice, here's Kalvosky's 1812 Overture while I mix in some ranked seasons highlights throughout the rest of these video segments. Farewell to MLB 24 for now. So as you can see by this point, we have most of the team P5 except for Bohm, Dot, and Castellanos. So just 3 more to go at 40 hours, almost 41 hours. So all told, this took about 43 hours. 43 hours over a span of like 2.5 weeks or so. Like I said, I didn't do it straight shot. And our results is we get the entire lineup, 9 players, P5. We didn't get the DH, the captain, Richie Ashburn. And we got 3 pitchers along the way. And we got our cards to show for it in our collection right here. So, and there's the final 3 right there. I think for the backs, I'm going to go with the offline stats for some of these cards instead of the attribute wheel I have on the back here. But 43 hours, I think that's not bad. I think a lot of people could probably do it quicker. If you're casual like me during this, or got bored during a lot of these games, it'll probably take you close to the amount of time I took here. So, you know, anywhere from 41 to 43 hours. Would I do it again? Absolutely not. This was a waste of time in my opinion, but it was fun to try. And if you want to go 1 out of 1 for one certain player, make sure you carve out a day ahead for yourself so you can spend multiple hours in a row just playing the game modes you need to get the PXP. And now I know how long it takes to get an entire team by just playing against the CPU. You'll get a lot more PXP if you use these players in ranked seasons online, so it's a lot easier for one individual player. But hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please subscribe, please like, and comment down below what you think, and I'll see you on the next video.